Hey everybody, Jude back at it again, back online today. And today I wanted to talk about a question in particular. It's a question that I posed to our team this morning over a group call. And I asked the group, are you optimizing for easy or are you optimizing for outcomes? Or more specifically, where are you optimizing for easy instead of outcomes? Ask yourself this question. Where are you optimizing for easy instead of optimizing for outcomes? And one of our teammates, he gave a profound response. He said, my whole life, and most likely your whole life, you've been optimizing for easy instead of outcomes. And I thought it was quite interesting because of how we've been, especially in today's world, how we've been raised to feel about or think about or be directed towards our goals, right? Most likely, actually the whole reason you don't have what you want right now is because you don't actually want it, right? Because you don't actually want it. And I can say that in confidence is because you would like something. You would like something, whether it's that, new set of clothing, whether it's that girl, whether it's that set amount of money per month. That would be a nice to have for you, right? But it's not really a want, which is why you don't have it. Everything that I've actually ever wanted in my life, I've gotten, right? Because I made it an outcome. I didn't want it because it was easy. I wanted it because I wanted it, right? So where are you optimizing for easy instead of outcome? Again, this is most likely happening across your whole life. In life, we've been told to do what feels good. And in business and in life, this is where your feelings are screwing you. If you're only doing what feels good, you're not going to direct yourself to do the things that really matter when it comes down to that game time decision where you have to do what you need to do to get what you want to have, right? Where are you optimizing for easy instead of outcome? Are you optimizing for easy when it's time to have those hard conversations that are actually going to move yourself and push the needle forward? Say you're talking to a friend of yours and you know that they need to have this conversation in order to stop accepting their limitations, stop accepting their bullshit. But are you gonna have a point of acquiescence and agree with them and say, hey man, like, you're doing your best? Or are you going to become the person that they need to be in order for them to hear what they need to hear? You're most likely optimizing for easy in who you are, right? I say this because I've walked through this. Right? I used to be that type of person that would always be that quote unquote nice guy, right? So in conversation, I wouldn't challenge people. I wouldn't stir conflict. I wouldn't be that guy that would hold people to really that standard that they need to have when they were accepting their limitations or accepting their bullshit and not looking through it, right? So that was me optimizing for easy because it was easy for me to default back into that standard person that I was, which was my natural expression, which was just a character that I was playing. The reason that you don't have what you want is because you're not being who you are. Who you are will determine what you do, right? Who you are will determine what you do. And if you're acting as a character, which means you're not allowing yourself to be flexible, you're not allowing yourself to change, you're only defining yourself as one specific point or one specific thing, That's taking the easy way out. That's not growth. That's not change. And that will never get you the outcomes that you want to see. If you are defining yourself by personality, you will never get what you want. A personality is a prison. It's a set way of defining who you are across time, right? It's a persona. It's a mask that we wear. And living within that persona, living within that mask, will just continue to give you the same result that you've always gotten. So where are you optimizing for easy instead of outcome? You're optimizing for easy in every single decision that you make because it's easiest to go back to your natural programming. It's easiest to do what you do unconsciously without thinking about it. And if that's not getting you the outcome that you want, it sounds like it's time for a change. Wouldn't you agree? And so what we need right now, what you need right now, is a way to change yourself. What the world needs is a way to change itself. Right? And the only way to do that is to learn how to learn. That's to learn who you are, how you are, what you are. Right? Because otherwise, and I'm sure you can see this, you're just going to keep repeating the same patterns that you've been living out day by day by day. I'll give you an example. This used to happen to me a lot in my conversations. Being the type of person that would not take people all the way. It wouldn't get them the result that they needed. For example, I was just on a business trip talking with a friend of mine, and I knew that if I wasn't able to transition this guy from the mentality of I can only present this and market this particular product to my clients in this way, he wasn't going to be able to really take his business internationally. He wasn't going to be able to take it globally, right? And if I sat down there and let him accept his limitations of this has to be done this way, he wouldn't have made the decision to change. He wouldn't have made the decision to apply himself. So I could have taken the easy way out and said, hey, you're right, like your product, it's really best for it to be like this XYZ way. Can't give me disclosure, but it's only best for it to be this XYZ way. But if I wasn't able to sit and be the person that he needed to be, which was, stern, straight, and real, he'd still be sitting in his kitchen, accepting his limitations, accepting his bullshit, right? So in that moment, I made a decision. I made a decision to be who he needed me to be in order to support him to change. And that was outcome-based. Right, so in your life, consider, what is it that you do on a day-to-day that's just getting you the easiest result? What is it that you're thinking about on a day-to-day that's still forcing you to stay stuck where you are? What can you do in order to change your mindset from easy to outcome? And if you need any support with that, you want any ideas, let me know, because there's a plethora of materials, plethora of tools that I use, that I am still using to this day, that have allowed me to really map out my own mindset, map out my own behavior, and take a hard look at myself and see, okay, how can I actually change my character? How can I change my personality and be flexible and adaptable in my day-to-day? Right? Because if you don't have that, with where the world is going, you're going to have a hard time. Just plain and simple. Your life is not going to be any easier. You're not going to get the result that you actually want. So again, if you want what you want, consider this message and reach out. Drop me a comment, send me a DM. Be happy to share some ideas. Okay? So we'll talk soon. And peace.